The fifth and potentially final set of the day will be played on Newkirk. Now, our Terran player spawning over here in the bottom left-hand position. He's got 3 kills, going for the potential all-kill. His name is Ty.
You finally brought out the final boss from KT Roaster. His name is Flash, spawning as Red Terran on the right bottom position of the map, trying to prevent his team from losing 4-1 and denying Ty from all-kill. This SCV is actually rallied out. Is that rallying outside of his main?
He's going to go for the proxy, man. I'm not... Actually, I'm not
no,
terribly...
he could actually rally that outside, but it's going to be perfect at the ramp, so... I was trying to double check, but I did realize in Starcraft2, you need a supply depot before the barracks.
Yeah, they changed that in the beta when they realized that Reapers were overpowered.
No more BBS.
No. Dude, I remember some builds where you could get a starport on like 11 supplies. It was ridiculous.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. It happened, man. It used to happen. I'm trying to remember the Terran players that we used to do it.
Whoa. Thank God I didn't play too much beta.
I played a lot of beta, man. I played a lot of beta games.
I just didn't have a PC that was good enough to play too much beta back in the days. So.
I built a new computer just for StarCraft2.
I didn't have enough money, and I was focusing on my high school life and trying to focus on trying to get into good college. So.
Yeah. Well, I was already in college at the time, so I was like, you know what? Let's make a good PC, guys.
It's different. I was like studying for the SATs, trying to get good grades, just like a good Asian kid.
And I was like, you know what? It's time for some StarCraft.
Yeah, I actually wanted to go for some StarCraft too, but, you know, gotta go for the study first if you're Asian.
If you're Asian. That's, I guess, the key point here. So, looks like we have a command center first from Ty, following this up with a refinery. And Flash is going for the barracks into refinery as well, so we're going to be seeing probably fast Reapers from both sides here.
Yeah, well, not too sure how Ty is going to open up. He's going to have enough gas as soon as the barracks finishes, because the timing now works like he's going to have 100 gas as soon as the barracks finishes, so he might even go for a factory right behind it.
Flash, he's getting 2 Marines out of this barracks here, so looking like he won't go for Reapers this game, but he's going to probably grab a fast factory.
Reapers actually would have worked out well for Flash because his opponent is not going to have that many Marines out. And sometimes in these scenarios, if the command center opening Terran does not micro carefully, the Reaper can kill a lot of SCVs.
That's true. The Reaper can certainly kill a lot of units. We've actually seen Innovation defeat Flash
with only Reapers.
With only Reapers. He also did that to Alive as well.
But since now Flash is not scouting around, he's playing passive game. Ty is going to get an economic lead in this game. Behind this, he is getting a factory right away.
Oh, not even going for the Reaper. This is very risky from him, very greedy. He played in a similar way in the last game. He played very greedy against Puzzle, but he made it work. And now the factory timings are pretty similar here, but Ty is ahead in every way because of how greedy he was.
And do remember, Flash really loves to open up greedy, so Ty just try to match how his opponent opens up, except in this case, it just worked out better for him because Flash opened up barracks first.
Well, Ty's got the confidence to go for a build like this. There's no pressure on him to get the all-kill here, and he's probably feeling great after those 3 wins. So he's like, you know what? I'm just going to be so greedy in the opening, and I don't care what happens. I'll be prepared for it. Armory going down here.
Ty really loves this.
You know what? Hellbat drops. Very common in TvT nowadays. Very common in all matchups nowadays, actually, but we're seeing a very fast opening from Ty here. I think this is actually a very specific build from him as well. He's getting up a very fast command center, then he got the refinery and just rushing out this starport as fast as possible. The starport timing almost identical to his opponent's.
Yes. So Flash is... Okay, so he is getting 2 Hellions from the factory. I'm just curious to see how Flash is gonna try to defend against this, because he is getting a starport. However, he is not getting an armory for himself, which means that he's not gonna go for the helmet drops inside the main base.
That's true.
So is he gonna try to go for the Banshees? I don't see any tech labs, so he might just build a Viking for defense back at the main base.
Well, he's making a medevac right now, so it looks like he wants to do some drop harassment here. Of course, Newkirk, a great map to do drops on, and Flash... I guess he wants to do some harassment for him, but for now he has to be defensive as well. He wants to take that expansion. The Hellbats are on the way now from Ty. They're about halfway done. We have the medevac that will finish up shortly as well here, and looks like we are going to see this command center hopefully go to that natural shortly here. We have a bunker that looks like... Never mind, I thought he was going to build a bunker with that SCV, but he's just sending it out to scout.
The Hellbats are leaving, but the 4 Hellions are in the middle of the map right now. Flash also leaving his own base.
Uh-oh, and there's actually not a lot of defense here at the main base for Ty. We could actually see a scenario where both players end up doing a lot of damage to each other.
This is going to be a really aggressive game from both of these players.
All right, it looks like the Medevac's moving over to the main base. There's no units to defend on Flash's side. The Hellbats drop here, and they're already going to be able to roast a few units. But look at this. That's a lot. And look at this. At the same time, the Hellions moving into the main base. We have 2 Hellbats that'll be able to be used defensively here against the Hellions of his opponent. But Ty has got to move back now. These Hellbats now in the natural, and it's just going to become a war of who has the better micro, who can defend and stabilize faster than their opponent here. That's a lot of Marines and Hellions from the Flash side of things. But look at that Hellbat already up to 11 kills, 12 kills now. All Moravian focused, fired down. Ty's killed 5 more workers than his opponent here, but does he have the army composition to do it? The Medevacs should be able to heal up these Hellbats, but one Hellbat goes down, the other one not being repaired. It goes down as well.
Away. The Hellbats are still over there, but the Marines are doing a lot of damage. Even the Viking has to be landed. Now the Hellbats are going for the Marines, which is really nice, and the Hellions are getting taken out one by one, so Ty also stabilizing inside the main base.
And Ty, though, he is down 23 to 33 supply. It looks like Flash got the better end of the deal here.
Well, look at the SCV count, however. Ty has more SCVs than his opponent. And those are, he does have the army lead, but that's mostly tied up into Marines at this point and 1 siege tank.
The siege tank could do a lot of damage to Ty here because he doesn't have a siege tank to counter the siege tank of his opponent here. Now, it looks like Ty, he's building a few more Hellions here.
Uh-oh. Flash has nice decision making.
This is what you do when you're a champion. You know what to do after really weird scenarios. You just go for a big attack, you kill off your opponent when he's not expecting it. Supplies right now favor our KT player, Flash. Ty, he doesn't have anything at home to defend against this. That's the biggest issue. There's no tanks. He's got 4 Hellions and a Viking, but that's it.
Yeah, and the second siege tank is out on the way, but the Marines are the biggest problem at this point, as Ty, he doesn't have enough units to deal with the 12 Marines of Flash. So now he's going to move down on the map and trying to focus fire on the Marines and also fight next to the siege tank.
Not the best micro here from the player Ty, and the Vikings even forced to get landed
he's actually
as well.
barely defending against this. The Marines are over there, but the siege tank takes out the Viking right away.
We have 2 more Hellions moving on the ground here. They're going to be able to, I think, eventually pick off these Marines. But the problem is that 1 siege tank still alive.
Now, great news for Ty is that he still didn't lose too many SCVs at the natural. So if he eventually fends off the attack, then he could still stabilize on 2 bases.
And now the SCVs are being pulled here. This is do or die for Ty. He has to kill off these tanks. 1 goes down. Will the second one go down? Those SCVs do manage to take out the second tank here. The supplies still in Flash's favor here, but it's a very close game between both players. That tank advantage is helping out Flash a lot here. And we have Ty going for a potential drop. This is the worst possible time to go for a drop, however.
Yeah, as the 4 Marines and the Vikings are going to take out what Ty has right now, and Ty is forced to pull back every single SCV from the natural, so this drop has to kill a lot of SCVs.
It certainly does. It's still very close. I would love to see a tank out from our Terran player, Ty, and now the Hellions, they have landed here. Can they get the SCVs line up? Oh no! This is
oh my god, one more shot!
Oh, so many SCVs being killed here. Ty taking a huge supply advantage. But at the same time, Flash pushing forward at the front here. And oh no, the SCVs, they're lining up. That's terrible. That's not what Flash wants at this point. And
at the same time, he's dealing a lot of damage at the natural, but Ty has to do himself at the command center. But if he loses the orbital command, then actually Ty gets a worse trade in this end, and he actually loses the command center.
Ty not paying attention at all at the main base. It's still a very close game. There are 3 tanks now out for Flash. He has the stronger army, and the supply count, or SCV count, very even here between both players. And the supply wall going to be taken down eventually as well.
But Ty's also doing a nice job with the Hellbats. He's trying to cripple the economy completely back at the main base.
Yeah, he's doing his best, the micro here. It really just comes down to how well can you control this game here. The 2 Hellions, they are not focus firing on that SCV here. And Ty moving forward, and he's going to be able to hold off this attack just barely, using the Hellbats for defense here. Still a nail-bitingly close game. We don't know who the victor's going to be here, and that
another
Hellbat,
drop, but that's too many Marines. But the Hellbats, if he can roast all the SCVs, they're clumped up.
Can he get them?
Not so fast.
I would like to see that Hellbat get healed up here. That's what Ty needs to do in this situation. Has to heal it up. Flash is bringing his Vikings back. Ty going to be forced to retreat at this point. 44 to 57 supplies with Ty behind. He's making 2 command centers right now. Flash does have that additional base.
Flash has 3 command centers right now. And that's the biggest difference between these 2 players. Yes, Flash, he was down in SCV count for a little bit. He was only mining from 1 basis, but he took out the command center of Ty, something that shouldn't have happened. Instead, Ty, when he pulled back his SCVs, he should have pulled back his command center too. Lift it up, bring it back to the main base, repair, and then land it right now while going for the 3rd command center.
Indeed, that's what he should have done. I guess it was the heat of the moment, man.
So now Ty, I feel like for him, he needs to go for infinite drops, ignoring the Vikings and trying to land the Hellbats inside the SCV line and roast everything. The problem is, Flash, he is already prepared. So Ty, he needs to ignore everything and just go for it. If not, he's going to be falling behind so much.
There's tanks everywhere right now. There's up to 5 tanks for Flash. That's actually a pretty high amount considering where these players came from in this game.
And also, look at this, 27 SCVs to 42 of Flash.
So Ty, he's in a really tough spot right now. He can't go for the drops. The most he can really do is just try to drag it into the late game. That's his best bet, I feel.
Do remember that Ty has a starport with the reactor, which means that he's going to get more Viking than his opponent. But look at the income.
Income, man, it certainly favors Flash right now.
So, Ty, to have a chance to come back into this game, he needs to roast every single SCV, but really nice snipe.
Oh, sick snipe from Ty. Even though Flash is still 90 supplies ahead to the 66, it's a solid position. Oh, the Vikings moving in. Ty, he needs to get out of there. There's no way he's going to be able to save the rest of these units. Now there's 3 Vikings added into the army, but look at this. Ooh, really smart from Ty, but the problem is there's still defense in the main base there. Look at all those tanks.
Well, he needs to draw out this the splash damage from the siege tanks onto the Hellbats right away and roast every single SCV. That's what he needs to do.
And look at these SCVs. Oh, they're not repairing properly there. Hellbats now dropping here. They're trying to focus down the SCVs. Getting lifted up. They're going to have to move back or go to a different position right now. Holy crap, man. 40 SCVs killed by Ty this game.
I do believe there is a second medevac going towards the natural at this point.
And the Viking count now in Flash's favor. Oh, never mind. There's 2-1. Ty has the advantage once again. Flash is actually just on the defensive now, though. That's what he has to do. He just has to stay pretty much in his base here. Oh, these Vikings, though, they're going to be able to intercept.
Land the Hellbats.
He needs to land those.
There we go.
Medevac does fall, but the Hellbats do escape.
And inside the main base, Ty is almost mining out. However, he does have the 3rd command center, so he can land it right away. But how can he defend against these number of siege tanks?
I don't know. Maybe if he had like a few Banshees, things could work out for him. But that's not what he has right now.
I mean,
he's got a solid Hellbat count.
The only ideal situation for Ty is going to be getting all those Hellbats right next to the siege tanks when Flash is sieging up.
That would be his best decision. If he could attack with a few and then drop with a few Hellbats, I could see that working.
Yeah.
Looks like that's what he wants to do here.
This is a really smart decision, but I don't know if he has enough. That is the biggest problem.
So we're ever going to see Flash go ahead and siege up. No, okay, the Hellbats
not even siege up.
Dropped.
He knows that sieging up is not the right answer, and those tanks are going to melt through the Hellbats.
Now the Hellbats doing the best that they can here, but
that's going to be it.
GG! Flash denying Ty of the all-kill.
Ty did his job. He tried his best, but Flash going for the greedy 3rd command center and actually killing his opponent's command center at the natural paid off.
So what a crazy game between those 2 players. It was so close in the beginning. They were both killing each other's expansions, naturals, units dying everywhere, but in the end it looks like Flash's experience paid off and allowed him to grab the win. Now we have to go into a quick commercial break. When we get back, we're going to go into the 6th set on Akalon Wastes.